Hello, everyone, and welcome back. What in the to Psychology Eats? So, what's eating you? I'm trying to use a new holder for my phone. It's not working right. She's not working right. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. I am I'm taking in all complaints today because that's what we do in psychology. We listen to a lot of complaining, which is fine. Which is fine. Life is not easy. So we all complain. But I thought, thank you. I thought, let's get all of our complaining out of the way before we take that negative energy until next week. Until we take it into next week. You know, we don't want to carry that same negativity that we had this week into next week. I try to be, Amanda, but sometimes, people push me. I try to be positive. So we talk about last week's burdens not going into this week, which is what people often do in life in general. You take your past burdens and you just carry them from year to year to year, from day to day to day, from week to week to week. And that's why so many of us have baggage. Tons of baggage. So we got rid of it. Hi. Hey, Linda. How are you? Hello. Answer me this, sis. Why some Black women can't get along? Woo! We get along. I don't want that to be out there like that. We do. Black women get along. We get along. We get along with who we vibe with. We get along with who we get along with. I can walk into a room of women, Black women, and there are going to be certain women that I'm going to be vibing with, like have a connection to, and we'll get along just fine. And then good, Linda, there are going to be women that I just don't vibe with for whatever reason. But I don't think that's true. I think that's what, the media and people would like to make us feel like Black women, we don't get along. Well, we get along. We've had to get along. We've had to rely on each other because oftentimes Black men, because they were incarcerated at alarming rates, ridiculous rates, that are so many Black men are incarcerated, or for whatever reason are not part of the household. Black women, hey, Auntie, Black women, we've had to rely on each other. So Black women, we get along. We do. But when we don't, we don't. I think for us as Black women, we don't know how to fake it either. I see, I have many white friends, but I see how I think white women can forgive and forget easier than we can. I've seen white women like be disrespected by another white woman or a situation, and then they could be like, I'm sorry. And next thing you know, they getting along. And I'm like, ew. I get along with men better than women. They are jealous and envy of each other, don't like to see each other progress to the next level. That can be true for a lot of women, though. I mean, not just Black women. I think when you find the right core group of women to like hang out with and be around, you'll be all right. But not all women can be your friend. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not all. You're not going to be friends with all women, all Black women that you may come in contact with. But I think a lot of it is for Black women. We have to be more forgiving. We're not. We hold on to stuff. Oh, there go my light. Oh, light. Hey, girl. We hold on to stuff. Like we could stay mad for years off of the smallest little thing, and we could stay mad at each other for years. Where I think, as far as white women are concerned, I think they, for whatever reasons, for them, they are more forgiving. We are certainly more forgiving of our Black men than we are of Black women towards each other. Like, we know we can forgive a Black man for all kinds of whatever he's done, but let a Black woman do some of that less than what he's done to you, and it's unforgivable for her, but for him, you can forgive it. Yeah, Amanda. You gotta forgive. But no, don't forget, because everybody, like Oprah said, when people show you who they are, believe them. So if somebody show you that they can't be trusted, or they're not worth your time as a friend, then believe them. Don't waste your time with that, because it's just too many other women that you could be friends with. But I've got Black women that I've been friends with my whole life. And then there are some that I was friends with my whole life, but then like midway through, we fell off. And if I really think about it, it was for dumb reason, but the core of it was trust. And so once the trust is broken, that's hard to come back from. For me, for women. Men is a different story, but for women, I'm like, sis, you just messed up. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with you ever in life again. So, yes, on Sundays, I usually grade too. Sundays is my grading day. And, preparing for the work week, preparing to go back to work. Honestly, I don't work in a stressful environment. I don't have that. Luckily, I have, where I've been left work mad on Friday and stewed in that madness all weekend and went back Monday for war. Like if you work in an environment like that, then this is the channel for you today, because we're trying to get all that mess off of us before we return back to work. Luckily for me, I am not in that environment anymore where I got to go back to work ready to go to war with somebody. And meaning like, oh, I know you don't like me, and whatever. And that happened in the field that I work in. We all supposed to have a little bit better sense than that. But I don't work in an environment like that anymore. I work in a very peaceful environment. So when I return to work, I'll be happy to go to work on Monday, honey. I mean, I'm tired, but if I get enough sleep, then I'm good. I'm excited about going to work on Monday. But I know everybody doesn't have, not everybody has it. And I haven't always had that myself, where you're excited about going to work. Because I have an issue with my sister guy friend asked me to go on vacation with him and my homegirls. He's secretive about it. Should I tell my sister? Hell yeah, tell your sister. Now remember, she might get mad at you. You ever tell somebody something for their own benefit and then they get mad at you? Because the way you got to be careful with the way you tell her, though. I know if somebody delivers me some bad news, especially if they're my friend, I need their energy to match the news they telling me. Like, I need your energy. If somebody was going to report to me that, okay, let's say this is an example, like, girl, like they find out, well, girl, your husband is cheating on you. Whoever delivers me that message, I need for you to be crying. I need for your eyes to have legit tears, because this is me. I'm watching you. Like, you delivering this message to me, which you know is going to be devastating for me, hurtful for me, could crumble my whole life, could crumble my whole existence. And you got a smile on your face. Girl, I heard your husband is cheating on you. I'm going to straight knock that smile off your face. Thank you for the information, but I don't like the way you just gave it to me. You're my friend. I need you to be upset. Match my energy, because you know what my energy is going to be when you tell me this devastating information. So when you tell your sister this, make sure that you tell her that your energy is matching the news. Like, that would be aggressive for me. So I'm like, let me tell you something. Your shady boyfriend just said to me, like, he trying to go on vacation with, like, what? No. Like, give your sister that mad, like, are you mad? And then you follow your sister's lead. Like if my friend said, oh, your husband is cheating on you, but then my energy was like, girl, I don't care. I'm cheating on him. My friend's energy need to match that. Like, oh, you don't care? Oh, all right. Whatever. You're not, Amanda? Oh, well, give it to her straight then. This is what happened. This is what's going on. This is what's going down. How do you feel about it? You ask your sister, how do you feel about it? If she says, I don't care, then she don't care. Then everything is good. But match my energy. That's what I think happens sometimes with women, especially women in general. It depends on how somebody gives you the message. The message is bad enough, but the delivery of the message can take the message on another level. Like, you ain't about to tell me some devastating news about my relationship and you got a smile on your face. You smiling and laughing and kikiing and giggling. You telling me devastating information that's going to change the course of my life. And if we have children, the course of my children's life, and you kikiing and hi, no, ma'am. I tried once to tell her, but decided not to. No, I would tell her. I would tell her. If you don't tell her, somebody else will, but I would tell her. I would definitely tell her. But nah. A story just went through my head, but I can't remember if it's real life or or if I saw it on reality TV. about a brother, about a sister who was sleeping with her sister's man. I don't know where that came from. It was a sister that was sleeping with her sister's man. I mean, we all know that happens in real life, but I don't know why I just thought about that. I feel like it just happened. Like I really, really know about it though. That's a whole nother, that's a whole nother subject. You're welcome, Amanda. Yes, let's not take let's not take any negative energy into next week. No negative energy into next week. Let's just resolve it. Oh, wait a minute now. Let's resolve that energy now so you don't go into next week with that. Now I'm actually pretty good at just resolving stuff kind of right away. Amanda, you don't go anywhere with your sister X. Nowhere. Thank you, Janice. You said it. Unless your sister is there. Unless your sister is right there. Damn it, where is this story coming in my head about this sister and two sister situation? I don't know. It'll come back. I mean, your sister friend or whoever, unless your sister is there, right? Right. It's certain situations you just can't get yourself into. Now, this is not this situation, but remember the whole thing with if you follow the Kardashians, and I do. But remember, like their friend Jordan, Kylie's best friend Jordan, ended up at a party where one of the sisters' baby father was there. All right. One of the sisters' baby's father was there. Anyway, she ended up like hanging out with him, sitting on his lap, da da da. It caused this big, big issue. It was all over the internet or whatever. But the thing was, like, the loyalty always has to be to your sister, your friend, not to this random guy. You know what I mean? Not to this random guy. Like, your sister gonna be your sister for life. This guy is not gonna, in most cases, is not gonna be in your life until the day y'all leave this earth type stuff. Y'all kids are cousins. Like, no man is worth getting in the middle of that or destroying that. Because he's just going to move on. He's just going to move on and might start lying about what happened on the trip. Like, no. Nope. The loyalty has to be to your sister. At all times. Oh, okay. It just came to my head. All right. Ugh. I know what story I'm talking about now. Oh, God. Get off of that. Let me get off of that in my head. Ugh. Yeah. Don't hang around with your sister's boyfriends, baby fathers, none of that. Unless your sister is there. Because some men have this fetish. Like if they slept with one sister, they want to bag the other sister. They want to bag the other sister. Like they really be plotting and planning that stuff. Like I wonder how the other sister is. We've seen it get so bad that they've slept with mama. My sister always bringing up someone I dated 20 years ago that shows me something about her, saying he wanted her. I said, be my guest. I wonder if she ever considered it. I wonder if she ever considered dating your ex. I mean, I've known families that have had personally, not even just like a client, personally, two sisters who've had children by one guy, by the same guy. That's just problems without, that's generational problem. You just created a generational unhealthy behavior. I don't know. Just generational. Like it just never ends. You're my brother, you're my cousin. You know, is this man going back and forth between the women? Like, ooh, no. It tears up families. But going into your work week, my dad's brother married his ex and had kids with her. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You think like of all the women in the world, of all the people that you have a choice to deal with, why are you dealing with somebody who was already in the fam? Oh, I did that wrong. Already within in the family, and now you're just creating this ongoing uncomfortable issue. Sometimes it's a matter of self-control. Where is the self-control? Where is the self-control? I forgot which celebrity he is. It's a male athlete. His mom, damn it, not Ocho Cinco, but somebody like that. His dad lived across the street from him his whole life. And his dad was a grown, like this grown man. His mom was a teenager. And the man lived across the street. And he's probably at that time, maybe in his 30s or 40s, whatever, got the teenage girl across the street pregnant, which resulted in this athlete, which I can't think of his name. His whole life, most of his life, he had no idea that that was his father that lived across the street. Those are his siblings. No, no one told him. He didn't know. The wife across the street didn't know that her husband had impregnated the teenager across the street. Damn it, what was his name? What is his name? But that just created a lifetime of problems for him when he finally figured out, you know how it is, your drunk aunt or cousin or somebody, your drunk uncle, somebody, y'all at the picnic, and he said, that's your daddy across the street. And you like, Mr. Johnson is my father? Because the boy didn't know who his dad was the whole time. Just secrets, family secrets, until it's exposed, and now you just emotionally destroyed. Because, I mean, he went on to be a millionaire, but emotionally he's destroyed, in which I can't think of his name. Emotionally, I don't want anyone, my family members have ever had, me either. Ooh. Ooh. But emotionally, you start having children and bringing them into it. And that's what happened with that situation, which I cannot think of that athlete's name, but I mean, he told the story that he was the result of the neighbor man across the street. Never knew until he became a teenager that man was his father. And as, and as a result of that, he has multiple children himself, barely has relationships with his children by multiple baby moms. You know, he's not a, you know, not an involved father with his children. Just an entire and complete mess. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going into the new work week, you know, leaving any drama that you had. Even if you're not returning, even if you're not going to work, just in general, whatever drama, whatever bad feelings or issues that you might have had last week, we're gonna have to leave them things in last week and not bring that into this week moving forward. Because if you bring it into this week and then you bring it into next week and you just keep carrying and carrying those burdens with you, it just becomes harder and harder and more difficult to get through life. My sister guy friend be at my house and we got the same friends. My sister called, he didn't answer the phone. My sister called me upset and crying. I lied, didn't want to get involved in it. Amanda, no. Where's your loyalty? To you, to him, or your sister? I would have straight called my sister on live. I would have duo called her, FaceTimed her with him right in the room, right there. And I would have been like, sis, we over at Donna's house and Henry is right here, girl. Donna live at 555 East 4th Street. Come on over here. Because this is where he at. He right here. That's the energy I'm going to need from you as my sister. Period. Now, I would need to know more of the history of you and your sister. Now, is she a stepsister? Were y'all raised in the same house? Do y'all have the same father? See, that's just me. And, you know, with psychology, we got to dig a little deeper. We got to dig a little deeper. Because I know for me, you know, being raised with my sister, we're all, you know, we're sisters, 100% sister, raised together. I'm going live with my sister. Here, I'm going live on the phone with him right there. To pieces. We are very close. Then Amanda, there's no question. We got the same mom, same dad, grew up in the same bedroom, ate the same food, played with the same toys, lived in the same house, lied to the same parents. Yeah, you need to tell your sister. Nobody is worth that. He certainly is not. Nah, tell your sister. And like I said, I would have went live with my sister right on the phone with him right there. Sis, this who you looking for? Oh, he over here with us. That way you can make it very clear to him that your loyalty is with your sister, period. Listen to Janice. Yes. Your loyalty is with your sister, period. And you're going to make that, you would have made that so clear to him if you would have went live right then and there and said, he's right here. And sometimes people, you know, like he probably even thinking like, dang, why you doing your sister like that for me? Oh, wait a minute now, y'all. Y'all got me mixed up. Hold on. Okay, right. He's probably thinking like, what's wrong with you? Like your loyalty should be to your sister, not me. That's how they throw it in your face later on. Like later on, let's say something big happens, he gonna actually say to your sister knew I was at Henry house. She was right there. Then your sister gonna look at you like, you knew he was over there and you ain't say nothing to me? Nah, man. You gotta be loyal to your sister. As the way me and my sisters roll, I would have sent her the address and was like, this where we are. This where we are. And then I might have would have went at his face and said, why are you playing with my sister? You know how you poke somebody in their cheek? I wouldn't have hit him or nothing, but I just would have had my hand like in his cheeks. And I've been like, why you playing with my sister like that? Because to me, the way I am with my sister, when my sister hurt, I hurt. If my sister could call me right now with a funny looking face, like she mad or upset or crying. Like, as a matter of fact, my sister, like, I just called one of my sisters and she was like, I can't talk right now, and hung up. So I called my other sister and I was like, what's wrong with so-and-so? She said she couldn't talk right now. I ain't like the way she sound. And she was like, oh, she fine. She just left my house. I was like, oh, okay. That's how I am when it comes to sister love. Like, I'll be ready to grease up my face, take off these earrings, and go to war for my sisters. Couldn't go live, too many friends at the crib. Oh, Amanda, what was y'all over there doing? You could have went live outside. You could have took the phone outside. I'm not speaking to my sister right now since my birthday. Oh no. In August, she tried to sit on me, knowing I had 13 surgery. Was she playing? Was she playing now? Oh, you wasn't playing. You weren't in the mood. You wasn't in the mood. Oh, don't get it twisted. Me and my sisters have gotten mad at each other. Oh God. Oh yeah, we got 3 different personalities, but we've gotten mad at each other. But my mother is still, thank God, my mother is still here. And my mother do not play with us like that. She never did. Like, you're not going to be mad at your sister. She could be mad at hers, but she don't let us be mad at each other. Anything will make her cry. Oh, that's all right. That's your sister. If your sister cry, you cry. And you might not cry, but you know. You got to hug on her, love on her. But Janice is not playing with her sister at all. She was goofing off, like playing around. Girl, I don't play them games either. I'm hurt. I don't care if I just lost a nip of this finger. Like, stop playing. Nope, she wasn't playing because she saw my cousin, who is in primary care doctor, sat on me in Florida, and I don't know what's up with it. What? Why are they trying to sit on you? Nobody's playing like that. First of all, we out here in COVID. I'm quarantining myself right now because I was around my family yesterday and we was not wearing masks. We was living on the edge. We were all living on the edge. Like, no. I'm not speaking to my sister right now because everything I talk to her about, something going on in my life, she tries to make it seem like it's always low-key me. Like I'm always the one at fault. Well, Shiny Star, she's not the one to go to. She's not. Don't go to her. I know you want to. Maybe, I don't know, she's your only source that you can talk to. But if you're not getting what you need from her, I don't care if I call my sister 20 times a day. Heifer, you going to listen. You're going to be empathetic. And you're going to cry if I need you to cry. That's what I need from you. But yes, if she's making you feel like you're not valid, or it is so cold in this house, you're not valid, or what you're telling her is not valid, then don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't tell her. You got to find somebody else to talk to, or limit what you say, or say to her, look, this is not my fault, but listen, let me just tell you what happened. Or sometimes you may need somebody to say, you may want to start by saying, well, what do you think? I'm going to tell you something, I'm telling you what happened. What do you think? How do you think I could have handled this differently? And then maybe it'll feel different how it comes out from her. If they crush my organs, there won't be any marks on my body. And my sister drinks every day. I quit. Then no, you can't play with her. Because first of all, if she drunk, she gonna be trying to jump on you and stuff. So no, don't play with her like that, Janice. Especially seriously, like if you are having medical issues. But your family, y'all need to stop jumping on each other. Mm-mm. My sister just called me and texted me she wanted to vent to someone. I told her I'm busy and stop talking. Oh, Amanda, don't do that to her. You might end up in a relationship that's going to drive you nuts, and you're going to need somebody to talk to. You know how these men, honey, these men will drive you completely up the wall. Have you ready to risk it all? These men will drive you nuts. Meanwhile, they be somewhere playing Call of Duty and not even thinking about you, and you in the corner crying, wondering if they gonna call. They not even thinking about you at all until they good and tired of playing Call of Duty. So with me telling you this, don't you think this means she really doesn't like me? I'm getting that from her, so I've totally left her alone. No, I don't think she doesn't like you. I don't get that from that. Yes, Amanda, you were wrong. You shouldn't have said that to her. You heard in her voice she was upset. Shiny Star, no, that doesn't mean maybe. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you, Shiny Star. I don't know. Maybe some of it is your fault. Maybe your sister is just kind of like, girl, you keep getting into the same situations, and it could be your fault. Maybe. Some people are just not empathetic. They're just not. I don't care what you tell them. You can tell them, girl, they just told me I needed a new heart and I'm very sick. And they'll be like, well, girl, it is what it is. Sometimes you need a new heart. So my cousin needed a new heart. He got one and he's fine. You'll be all right. Call me later. That's just how some people are. They just not empathetic. Oh, and that could have a lot to do with their own history. It looks like it is freezing outside. What's the weather like where y'all live? We got wind, rain, darkness, and real creepy outside right now. I'm the type of person that I will say I will say something is my fault when it is. Okay. Oh, you'll say when you're wrong. So that's not your history to be that way. Then she's just not the person to tell, your woes to. That's all. That's okay. Some people aren't meant for that. Some people don't have that kind of empathy for other people. I hope she's not a counselor. I hope she is not a counselor, honey. people aren't made for that. Like, they just like, some people are like, get on the pot or shit. What's that saying? Get off the pot or shit on the pot or pot, something, which means like, just do what you got to do. I don't want to hear all that sob story. I don't want to hear all that crying. Amanda, my brother, oh yeah. Cold and wet. We same way here. It's like pouring right now. I want to go to Sam's Club. That is out. That's not happening. I should have did that earlier. Everyone is his sister except us. Oh. My God. I'm grading, y'all. I am grading. I'm grading. But anywho, that was my little check-in for today. I need to read journals, and so I need to focus. I got to focus now. So I hope you guys have a great week coming up, moving forward. Try not to take any negativity into next week, although, you know, because you keep building every week, you add on that negativity and you keep building and building and building it up. And before you know it, you're just covered in negativity, and who needs that? So we want to stay positive, even though life is going to bring you negativity. There are going to be people who are going to bring you negativity. We get that. We know that. Thank you, Janice, but we don't want to keep bringing and piling it on and piling it on. But let's be true to the people who I am, Amanda. You too. Tell your sister everything, and then next time I come live, tell us what happened. Yeah, sit your sister down and tell her exactly what this man has been up to. Please. Let's stay true to the sisterhood. And everyone, yes, have a great week, and I will see you next time that I go live. Bye.